The Space Frontier Foundation focuses on the human settlement of space and what's the best way to get there as quickly as possible and create a sustainable economy in space so that it's not a government program that can be canceled at any moment in time. It's a movement, and it's a movement that can't be stopped. And we did, for the last couple of years, we've done as much as we possibly could to support the commercial space industry, because we feel that if by creating a commercial infrastructure, space is no longer reliant on a government program. And if that government program ceases to exist, God forbid, then at least there's still space programs out there or space companies, and there's a space infrastructure that can exist on its own. And that's what we really want to create, a sustainable economy in space, something that can be grown and developed instead of just draining the economy of taxpayer funds.
And the difference between the different kinds of contracts.
So yeah, and so the difference between cost plus contracting and fixed price contracting is really what the space industry has been used to in the past versus this new kind of model for NewSpace. And to tell you the truth, back then fixed price contracting wasn't a possibility, because when the space shuttle was first conceived, nobody knew how much it was going to cost. Yeah, people waved some arms at some PowerPoint figures and said, oh, we think this is going to cost about this much, but nobody had ever built one before, so nobody really knew how much it was going to cost. So the cost plus contract is this thing where, I guess, you build it, and then you figure out how much it cost you, and then you bill the government, and you say, oh, and then we need this much profit on top of that just to sustain our company. And then they basically just write you a check, versus fixed price contracting, which you don't cut any metal or draw up any designs until a contract is signed. This is how much you're going to pay for it. This is the schedule that you're going to adhere to, and if you don't deliver by this date, then this is how much it's going to cost, and this is, and stuff like that. And it seems like the rocket development industry is at a point where you can say that, you can actually do that, and you can go to a rocket company like SpaceX and Orbital Sciences, and you say, look, I want a commercial off-the-shelf rocket that delivers this much payload, and I want it delivered at this point, and this is how much I want to pay for it. And the rocket company says, okay, sign on the dotted line, write your check, and we'll deliver it to you on the date. And that time has finally come, and that's a success for both the Space Frontier Foundation and the space industry as a whole.
And the term NewSpace, the definition.
The term NewSpace has lots of different definitions. It's more of a feeling than really a solid thing. NewSpace is kind of a movement, I'd say. It's a way of thinking that space is cool enough. It's not a program. It's a place that is yet to be developed. NewSpace is an idea where companies fit into it. Mast and Space Systems, Armadillo, SpaceX. It's all NewSpace. But at the same time, I'd say people can be NewSpace as well. People thinking like, we should work synergistically between NASA and commercial space, or even more established space like Boeing. There's certain parts of Boeing that's NewSpace as well, because they see a synergism. Is that even a word? Synergism? I don't know, but they can work synergistically. I know that's a word. They can work synergistically with NewSpace companies to actually develop things that Boeing would be interested in downrange.
As they're doing with Bigelow.
They're doing with Bigelow. In the past, they did it with the Space Investment Summits and developing commercial interests and getting venture capitalized on the industry as a whole. And they're doing lots of cool stuff.